Alright. Just make sure everything's streaming right. Yep, that's going. Is Twitch going? Twitch does not appear to be formatted correctly. Not probably because I'm doing that, yeah. So we'll do that. Okay, yeah, that's looking fine. No, that's not what we want. We want that. Okay. Actually, hold on a second. Let me get water. Ahí está. Yeah, sorry for the flashing lights and everything, just trying to keep an eye on things and make sure everything's working correctly. Alright. That's off, that's muted, that's good. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Just allow people some moment to show up. Of course, I imagine many of you have other things to do on this lovely Valentine's Day evening. I, on the other hand, do not. Hello, Jordan. So, okay. Let us begin. Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're well. I'm well. So, tonight, for a little while, we are going to celebrate Valentine's Day the best way. The only way, really. And that is with video games. And what better game to encapsulate the point of Valentine's Day than Wario Land Shake It, a game about a man whose love for money is boundless. This is a game about boundless love. And isn't that in keeping with the spirit of Valentine's Day? I think so too. So, let's start a game here. Which one's two?
Wario!
This is an older game. Came out in, I think, 2008 on the Wii. And you play it with the controller sideways. And suddenly we've gone into a Carmen Sandiego heist. Now, you may not realize this, but Wario Land is rich with lore and backstory and character. It's mine, it's finally mine, the bottomless coin sack is mine! With every shake, a fortune in coins bursts forth from its limitless depths. Now both this legendary treasure, ellipses, and ellipses, Saria from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, this enchanting young queen, ellipses, belong to me. Sure. Ha! Even disdain is lovely on this face. Shake Dimension, tremble before your new king! Oh no. Tingle's cousin doesn't like this. I'll rescue you by getting someone else to do it. I have no idea who any of these characters are. I imagine if you played all the Wario Land games on the Game Boy, you might know who this is. Meanwhile, someone else is stealing something. Hello, package from Mr. Wario. Wario, a little present from me to you. The real treasure's inside. Enjoy. Whoever this woman is kind of reminds me of Risky Boots from the Shantae games. Please, Ellipses, you must save her, Ellipses. See, this terrible pirate, the Shake King, he attacked us. He invaded our home, the Shake Dimension. I managed to get away, Ellipses, but all my dear friends were captured. And then that brute stole the Shake Dimension's greatest treasure! The treasure? Yeah, it's a magic sack that never runs out of coins no matter how often you shake it. It's pretty cool. How do you get to the Shake Dimension? Through the telescope. More ellipses. You'll help us, right? Follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, copious backstory enriches the simple 2D platforming of the game.
Yeah, let's go.
Mr. Wario, welcome to the Shake Dimension! Captain Syrup. Hold on just a moment now. Our greatest treasure, the bottomless coin sack, has been stolen. Stolen by a vicious pirate known as the Shake King. So the Shake King stole your sack. Alright. But don't get your long johns in a twist. I've a way to find the Shake King. First, you'll have to beat the bosses who rule the 5 continents of this here world. Gosh, I almost forgot, Mr. Wario. You'll need to collect the 5 boss emblems. Without those, we can't find the Shake King ship. That's where my queen, I thought it was Syrup, but whatever, Merelda is being held against, is being held against her will. Please, Mr. Wario, I beg you, save Queen Merelda! So, in other words, wherever Queen Merelda is, we should go find the bottomless coin sack. Yes? Alright. What do you think, Wario? Think you can handle it, handsome? Yes, I can handle your sack. Thank you, thank you. Excellent. Now that that's decided, let's not waste any more time. Why don't we warm up by grabbing the treasure off this ship? Whose ship is this? Is it your ship? Darnell says, hello, my name is Patrick and I have a Wii. Well, why are you signed in as Darnell if your name is Patrick? That's alright. I don't judge much. You can handle this yourself, eh? Trying to hog all the treasure, eh?
Oh yeah.
I'm Canadian, eh? If that's how you want it, Ellipses, for the moment, we'll split up. Mr. Wario! If you save my friends, I'm sure they will be of help along the way. Careful though, Wario. Once you've rescued a Murphle, get back fast. If you don't return to the starting gate fast enough, you won't be able to take the treasure you found with you. Well, then I'll leave you. See you around, Hanson. Good luck! Now, one of the interesting things about this game is there weren't a lot of widescreen games in the early days of the Wii. That did get better, but the instruction manual for this game actually boasts, if you have a widescreen TV, we'll put this stuff on the side of the we'll put this stuff on the side of the screen, so you won't have to go into a pause menu or something. Jordan says, Wario, a person who indirectly helps save the land as long as he gets paid. That's our hero, kids. Yes, that's exactly it. Alright, jump. Alright, got it. Let's see what's up here. Oh, wait. Well, what was down here? Okay, can't go through here. This looks like a ladder, but no. Nope. Alright, we can go down the pipe. I'll go do this as graceful as Mario. There we go, such grace. Hi, buddy. Hey, we got Murphle syrup, whatever that is. Okay, so because of the camera angle, this whole video is going to look really bad because I'm going to keep doing this, which I'm sure looks really terrible, but oh well. Now we all complain about motion controls and stuff, but I think this kind of, if you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm shaking the controller. I think this kind of works fine for a game. I don't like shaking the controller to jump, something that you're constantly doing. But for something that's literally mimicking an in-game action, such as shaking the crap out of something, I think it works fine. Bow chicka wow wow. Yeah. Alright. Also, how this is adjusted, you move the control stick to do that, so I mean, that's fine. I don't mind stuff like that. Oop. And I missed. And, well, I got it, okay. 6-week-old curry, yup. Oh, you're using your cousin's account, okay. Well, that makes sense. Oh, I know what that's doing. Okay, so do one of those to do a power slam. Oh, that was, yeah, stand here first. Hi. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So enemies oftentimes have pocket change, and you just shake the hell out of them to empty their pockets. Pretty great. Caleb says the motion controls handled pretty well. Nice game, all things considered. Yeah, I think so. It's not HD, which is a shame, but it is really gorgeous, I think. I'm actually really disappointed that they didn't do more of these. And For some reason that didn't work. Okay. Do you have any money? You don't have any money. George says Andrew's been suspended for obscene content, and I'm all like, but Wario Shake, it's in the name. Come on, YouTube. Yeah. It's like pardon me. Let's see. Oh. Try that again, buddy. Ah. But first, as it should be. It's like I've been doing that Monster Hunter series, Leslie and Bob, and yesterday's the revenge match against Kieran got flagged for inappropriate content or something. And it's like, why? And probably because it has the word revenge in the title. Who knows? Now let's try and do this a little bit better. Not quite. Try that again. There we go. I guess that didn't matter. Yeah, sorry, I must have my stuffs. And that's how the stages play. When you get to the end, yeah, it's a mad dash to the back to the entrance. Yay! I did all the things. So we've now unlocked the stage's background music, which I like. I love it when games allow you to just go into the menu and do a playlist of songs, because it's actually kind of nice to exercise too. A lot of times I'll throw on a video game and just let it play through its soundtrack. I've done that with Rhythm Heaven. It's actually a really great game to exercise too. Alright, where are we going next? Oh, okay, I get it. So here's the new one. Welcome, Wario. Come on in, since you won't be needing me on your trip. I'm opening a pirate shop! To celebrate our grand opening, I'll give you a special deal on area map number 1. Alright. You know, there are a lot of Wii games that did motion controls pretty well. I think SSX Blur is actually one of them. Handled it in interesting ways. I think some of the worst would be like the original The Blob, which is a great game. It's a lot of fun, but they mapped jump to doing this. It's like there's an A button. Jump is on the A button. It's a big A button. It's right there in the it's where your thumb naturally lies. Come on. Luckily they fixed that for the sequel. Seekin says nowadays you'd have to buy an amiibo to listen to the soundtrack, yeah. You know you're old when you start. It's like, I remember when all this stuff used to come with the game that you bought. Hi. There's really no reason to do that. It's funny. A stone coin, and I'm sure that's worth something. Whoop, that was not what I wanted to do. That was not what I wanted to do either. Okay, so... The other little guy. Will you scroll back on? No. Now, one of the tricks you learn in this game is to shake coin bags and stuff against walls, just to keep all the coins in one place, because otherwise they just go flying out all over the place. And you can't get them all. Alright, some stuff up there. Seeing if the little enemy comes back. Yep. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, that didn't quite work. Oh, it disappeared. Had some people today. Hey, Andrew, got any big plans for Valentine's Day? I said, oh, you bet I do. Don't know if they were thinking this, but that's alright. Hi. Now, what's funny is I automatically hold down what I think of as the run button, just used to playing Mario. It doesn't do anything. After the dash, he doesn't run any faster. See, here's me just pressing left and right. Now if I press the B button, it's actually the 1 button. He'll do a dash, and if I keep holding it down, he runs at exactly the same speed. I find myself holding that down while I walk around, just because I'm so used to that being a run button. full body goggles. For when you want goggles on more than just your head. Yeah, I saw that movie. Hi. You're free! You have a concussion, but you're now free. No, you jumped. Oh well. Let's go back. Actually, we can't. Can we retry that? Yeah. Whoop. Retry. Yes. Was that retry from the... or from the checkpoint? Not from the checkpoint. Seems to me that there's a way to, I mean, not a big deal, it's right here. So you'll notice in the upper right there's a timer, so you only have 2.5 minutes or so to get out of this stage. Oh, not what I wanted. Is there a... I guess I do have to do it this way. Jordan says, so Valentine's Day is the day we all collectively lose all our brain for 24 hours, buy flowers that die in a week, get cards we end up throwing away after a while, and eat chocolate that's 200 calories. Yeah. Did I leave the entire stage? I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. I guess I had to give up instead of retry. Whoops. Anyway, Jordan, hopefully we recycle those cards.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, don't I feel silly? I just quit the entire stage. Oops. That was dumb. Ah well, not a long stage. Pardon me, excuse me. Pardon me, excuse me. See, I go down here in this little corner, make sure I get every single cent. In here? Okay, just one single solitary step. Alright. Worth it. Did I see there's now a Blu-ray and DVD trilogy pack for Ghostbusters? I did not. That makes sense. I wouldn't really call it a trilogy because the new one's a new movie, not a continuation of the old ones, but, you know, nice to have them all, I suppose. Although, the first one's really the only good one. Let's see. I'll try something with you real quick. Oh, I can aim straight in. Okay. Oh, it is? Oh, I'll have to check it out. Now, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, so I like all of them. Figured it out. Light puzzle solving is no match for me. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, there we go. Ghostbusters is my favorite movie of all time. Jump off 3 banderinas heads in a row. I did not do that. Shame on me. Ghostbusters, the original, is my favorite movie of all time. The second one and the one in 2016 are okay. But they're Ghostbusters, so I kind of love them anyway, because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, so I find things to like. Neither of them are good movies. The first Ghostbusters, I maintain, is a good movie. Ghostbusters 2 and Ghostbusters 2016 are not good, but they're Ghostbusters, and they've got ghosts and shooting lasers at ghosts, and I like that. So, you know, there's good stuff in both of them, but yeah, unfortunately, overall, neither of them really totally work as a movie, which is a shame because, again, humongous Ghostbusters thing.
Rock and roll.
Whoopsie Desert. Well, that's a good name. Oh yeah, I remember these. Hi. Come here. Oh, I blew up my my coin bags. No. And that blew up part of my face. Did you get that for me? I just cast him into the stratosphere. Oh well. I'll do it myself. Oh. They made a Ghostbusters versus Real Ghostbusters comic years ago. I didn't know that. I know they did a Ghostbusters and 2016 Ghostbusters crossover comic like last year. No idea if that's any good, but I've read some of the Ghostbusters comics and they're actually pretty good. So, again, humongous Ghostbusters fanboy, so, you know, take my opinion of Ghostbusters with a grain of salt, because, you know, I love me my Ghostbusters. Alright, well, nothing there. Well, hello, Novanox 117 Link Spence. Anything straight up here? Yes. The fan base considered the 360 game as the third movie. Well, it really is, you know? As far as, and I think it's on PS3, and there was a Wii version too, which I have, and it's pretty good. I actually kind of like the style of it. But yeah, the game, which was 2009 or something like that. Hello, Chicago, or maybe Chicago. Not sure. You know, I mean, it was written to be a third movie. Or rather, a continuation of the first two movies. So, yeah, it really does work as the third story with the original characters. Unfortunately, it kind of runs into the same problems as Ghostbusters 2 did, where... Even more so than Ghostbusters 2, I guess, in that it, hang on. No, poop. Come here. Whoop, poop. Get off that. Oh, I just murdered him. Wario, you feel bad about that, don't you? Yes. As well you should. Well, let's scout ahead before I get in that thing. Why would I want to do that? Oh, I know why. Okay, well, before we do that, because we're going to want to run over this way, get up on top of this thing, and turn around. And that was not the way to do it. That's what we wanted. Cheese pyramid, of course. Is this a Wii game? Yes, it is. See? 2008, I think. So we're celebrating not only Valentine's Day, but the 10th anniversary of Wario Land. Shake it. Just want to see Ghostbusters walk into the world with the Exorcist and run away screaming they need to get paid more. Yeah. You know what was surprisingly good, genuinely good, is the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Now, not all of it is good, but there are a bunch of episodes in the original run that are just genuinely really good. Which was kind of surprising in a lot of ways for, you know, a kid's cartoon, but there's a lot of really great episodes. And while I didn't like the aesthetics, I didn't like the design of Extreme Ghostbusters, that wasn't too bad either. And I kind of like how the comics adopt a lot of Extreme Ghostbusters into it. Yeah, I agree. The graphics are pretty nice. I mean, if they wanted to, I'd prefer just another game, but, I mean, imagine, I mean, the animation's great, the art is great, it's just, you know, not high def, which is kind of a shame, because this really would look gorgeous that way, I think. That didn't work. Okay. There was a real Ghostbusters cartoon where they ended up in Dickens' Christmas Carol. They captured the three spirits of Christmas, which changed the future, I think. Yeah, that's right. They accidentally busted the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. And they have to, hang on. I think, like, two of them stay behind and try and take the place of the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. And, while the other two go into the containment unit to try and find the ghosts and get them back. Should have ducked. Oh. That's some stuff I missed there. I'm just glad I remembered to charge my rechargeable batteries. You know, one thing that really surprises... I mean, I guess it shouldn't surprise me after a while, but I was always genuinely kind of surprised that Nintendo never released some type of remote charging solution. I mean, Nyko did, I'm sure Mad Catz did. I actually have one, because it's just really convenient to have a charger stand rather than buying new batteries. I mean, at the very least, you know, partner with Duracell or Energizer to get some Nintendo-branded batteries going or something like that, right? I mean, right? I mean, most people have multiples of this, and they're constantly buying batteries. Nintendo may as well make money off of that. But, nope. But, you know,
Let's go.
I'm an engineer, not a marketing dude, so what do I know? I love the animation in this. Ah, so good. It's like a cork floating in the water. That's funny. Not quite. Doesn't have the distance. Totally missed. Chicago says maybe they learned from it since the 3DS and Wii U can be charged in cradles. Yeah. You have to imagine, like, the head-slapping moment when Nintendo realized, oh my god, we could have made so much money on batteries and other charging solutions. So, someone needs to be fired. Yo, Andrew, your sister's not in any videos anymore? Well, she lives in, where the hell does she live? Missouri, so, difficult to get her for videos. Let's see what's over here. I mean, I love having her here. Whoop. Love having her here. The last video I did with her was the, All the Money video. I think that one turned out pretty well, actually. I'm proud of that one. I think it's part of the title is All the Money, so if you search YouTube with that phrase, like, search All the Money Andrew Eisen, you'll find it. It's making fun... Okay, I need to go lower on this rope. It's making fun of publishers like EA, so that's fun. It was based on Star Wars Battlefront shenanigans, mostly. And the idea that, you know, publishers just aren't satisfied with lots and lots and uncountable amounts of money. They're not happy about that. They're only happy if they can have all the money. And I think the video turned out really well. So. And hopefully we can reset this room because I didn't do that right. Alright, try this again. Okay, you only go up that high, so... Boink, boink. No. That is a no. Actually, wait a minute. Methinks... Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, recyclable bottle, awesome. Maybe I'm not asking the right engineer, but is the science of Ghostbusters to... Oh, too sci-fi, or is it something that could exist in the next few generations? Well... Well, I mean, it's hard to say because, so far as we know, there's no such thing as ghosts. Also, depending on the movie, well, depending on which version of Ghostbusters you're talking about, what a ghost is kind of changes. But there is a lot of... there is a lot in Ghostbusters that's based on actual... I like this. Look at that. That's based in actual fact. I mean, it's ludicrous, but there are, you know, some elements of it that are actual real things. So, would it work exactly the way it does in the movies? Eh, probably not. And I missed. And I jumped on a rock. Give me some garlic. No? Alright, well. But as far, I mean, for example, like some of the ideas about you know, cyclotrons are actual real things. I mean, it doesn't exactly work because what they do in the movie is kind of currently impossible. It would take way too... It's not... What they do is not at all portable. You'd never be able to... I mean, the most realistic thing in the new one is where they... The subway capture, where they're dragging a huge amount of equipment on a cart. It would kind of be like that. There's really no way to have... you know, a nuclear accelerator condensed down to something wearable in a backpack. At least not at this point. Someday, yeah, sure. And the idea that they actually built some of this stuff themselves is a little silly because, I mean, it's like, how did they have the facility to do that? That's one thing I kind of liked about the design in the new movie is it looked a lot less professional. You know, some of the equipment. It looked like something that was cobbled together with parts they bought at Home Depot. I thought that was a nice touch. Kind of hard to be really precise with the tiny D-pad. Starton says that the all the money video was good. You wore something other than black, surprisingly. Yeah, well, I was playing a character, so for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm dressed in I think like a blue dress shirt and a suit jacket. You know, because I was playing a here. Actually, up. There we go. Because I was playing a publisher, so I put on a suit. To try and at least visually communicate to people who know me that I'm not playing myself, I'm playing a character. Which is, I think it's further, that idea is further driven... Hi. Is further driven home by the fact that I think the video starts out with my sister saying, "Hello, fellow video game publisher," or something really obvious like that. Yeah. Super subtle, I know. But, you know, effective, I think. Oops. No. Such a pain in my butt. Hi. Oh. God damn it. You kept... No, I keep screwing everything up. How am I so bad? Can I get out of this room and reset everybody? No? Alright. I'm almost dead. Can Wario die? Is Wario mortal? Oh wait, I need the boxes? Oh dear. Now what? Might have to die. Alright, let's die and reset here, I guess. Alright, Chicago, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Happy Valentine's Day. Jordan says I should have done a stream of my Old Spice parody on repeat to attract someone for tonight.
Rock and roll.
Well, I mean, it's out there for anyone who wants. I have to redo the entire stage? I did hit a save point. Okay. I'm probably just doing something wrong because I'm talking and not paying attention. Bounce? We're not bouncing, but oh well. I want to at least get to a boss before we turn it off for tonight. And yeah, I've beaten the game and collected everything. But that save file is on my Wii. And I'm playing this on the Wii U, actually. Eh, well, send some over here. And that's why you don't go right flush against the wall. Okay, we have to do it. Okay. Up we go. There we are. Do I like pina coladas? I've actually never had one, so no idea. I think that's not the right thing to do. I think we scoot across the water. That's the idea. Now these sequences would be easier if this were a widescreen game. You know, you just have less reaction time. Starton says, how come you ate out on a date on Valentine's Day? Because it's a school night. That's either nonsensical or really gross. No, I'm just not seeing anyone right now, so no one to date, and, I don't know. These streams need to get done sometime, and this seemed like a good time to do it.
Let's go.
Because Wario won't leave in the morning. Nice. Oh, yes. As you... So, this is one of those tilt the remote back and forth kind of things. And it's fine. You know, it works. As a little way to break up the gameplay, it's fine. I don't like the way you're looking at me. You know, one of the reasons I was never the biggest fan of the Wii, lots of great games on the system, don't get me wrong, but one of the reasons I wasn't the biggest fan is because I'm incredibly lazy. So, when I play video games, it's to unwind and relax. So, I don't want to work. I don't want to move. I want to veg on the couch and not do anything. No unnecessary movement. I think Guitar Hero is like the only game I ever willingly stood for. Hello, Tony. Wario time! That's not even close to the voice. Oh well. Well, I suppose first we should go up here. Yeah, no, this is probably a little secret place. I mean, I could just chloroform my date for some reason that's socially unacceptable. What happened to just having fun? Well, I think somewhere along the line we all decided, hey, both parties should have fun. And the person getting chloroformed was not having fun. So, just my guess. I forget which Wario, Maiden Wario, or one of those that I played, and I thought it was utter crap. I think I got it as like a Nintendo, one of the points, my Nintendo points thing. I don't know if it was the original one or one of the sequels, I honestly don't remember, but I remember I played it while I was at the... not the DMV, no, the dealership. I was having my car serviced. And I was like, this game is terrible. This is like the most unfun game ever. And I'm not sure if that was because I was at the car dealership and I was miserable, or if the games just really didn't appeal to me. Not sure. Probably have to go back and play that at some point and see what I think. Oh dear. Gonna have to be a little bit more speedy. There we go. That's one way to do it. And actually, I think there was a something. Is it here? Yeah. Situational aware. How do I get out of here? Oh, the thing, right. Am I excited for Soul Calibur 6? No, not really. Fighting games, I don't play fighting games. I like watching fighting games to an extent. I like the moves and the characters and stuff like that, but I don't really play them myself, so... And Soul Calibur's never been one of the more exciting. I'm more into some of the more visceral ones, like Mortal Kombat, just because gore is fun. But I also like stuff like Smash Brothers, just because it's you know, Nintendo fan stuff. Although I still don't want to play the game, I go, oh, look at all the characters, look at the music, or listen to the music rather, and look at the stages and all the cool stuff. Okay, I'm done. You know, no. Do you want to play it? No, I'm fine. No, just spikes, huh? Hey, haircut. All right. Actually, for me right now, there's like no other game but Monster Hunter. I've just been playing that. Oh. Oh, darn. Well, we can go over there, huh? Alright. Run! Whee! If there was a horror movie fighting game, do you think any of the Ghostbusters could work as a character? I'm not sure exactly how you differentiate the different characters in a fighting game. I don't think that would really play to their strengths, but maybe someone more imaginative than I could come up with something that would work really well. I mean, I think about, you know, I think the idea of a horror fighting game is really cool. You know, maybe they'd be like the boss. 'Cause, but, you know, most horror movie monsters aren't really, and I still miss. I'm terrible at this. I am a bad gamer. Alright, what's down here? Most of the horror movie monsters aren't really ghosts. I guess to some extent they could be considered to be, but... I mean, Freddy Krueger is kind of a ghost. Jason Voorhees eventually is kind of a ghost or zombie, depending on how you look at it. They'd all have the same moveset, but each character would be a different skin. I mean, you could do it. It would just be, I think, kind of weird. But maybe you could make it work. Moonstone, good for mooning. Oh, fudge. Ah, well. Now let's retry instead of give up. Retry the stage? No. Give up. You will lose any coin. No. Retry puts me back at the checkpoint, right? Or does it restart the entire stage? Right, okay, it puts me back at the checkpoint. Good. Anyway, I'd love for them to do a, okay. I'd love for them to do a horror movie fighting game. I mean, the rights would be impossible, but, ah, dear. But, you know, having Freddy and Jason and Chucky and, you know, Pinhead and all them, that'd be great. Again, kind of impossible to do with, alright, let's retry. Yeah, because, although a lot of them are owned by the same company now, so you could do a decent roster, but you could never get them all, which is a shame. There we go, that's what we like. And that's that. I was watching the chat and I had my thumb angled a different way. Get in there, buddy. Actually, are we supposed to go this way? I don't know. Yeah, okay. There we go, okay. Jordan says, for Ghostbusters fighty games, the main attack would be the Proton Pack, a short burst, heavy burst, or regular burst, and alternative attack would be the Ghost Trap, and drones and punches. That's true, I mean, you know, looking at all the different iterations of Ghostbusters, you could throw together quite a diverse moveset just from the different types of proton streams. They've got the boson darts, you know, the slime thrower. The game had like 4 different types of streams, and the various gadgets and traps that they've used over the years. Yeah, you could do something. What are the Molehill Mountain podcasts for? Yeah, for the hell of it. Or as Starton says, for the people. for the 24 people who like listening to it. That's what it's for. Same thing with my Monster Hunter videos. You know, it's for the 2 or 3 dozen people who want to watch it. You know, I have over 11,000 subscribers. Those videos are watched by like 25 to 35 people. It's cool. I mean, I do feel kind of bad that I have 11,300 some odd people subscribe to my channel, and I'm obviously not producing the content that the majority of the people subscribed to my channel want to see. And I'd produce a video asking my audience what kind of content they'd really like to see, but I don't think any of them would actually watch that video. You know, it doesn't really do any good to pull the 11,000 subscribers if only 30 or 40 of them actually watch the video, you know? So, yeah, I just make what I like and hope y'all enjoy it. Oh, I thought there was going to be a cutscene. Here. Someone made a horror movie fighting game called Terror Drone. Yeah, I saw it. It's, I haven't played it, but... Okay, so jump when he slams his head on the ground. Haha! Take that. And of course, the Never Realm has had some really cool horror icons in their fighting games, like Jason and Leatherface and Freddy and the Predator and the Xenomorph. Supposed to do something with that? Yeah, beat you on this side now. Oh, whoops. I did not time that well. Oh, I'm not even watching. Don't read the chat during the boss fight. Never a good idea. Oh, I could have... Yeah, okay. Could have used that as a boost to hit him in the head, but... Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Aha! Uh-oh. Now what is this? Oops. Oh, that's not the ceiling. Aha! Feel the raw power of my buttocks. There we go. Chucky versus Jaws. It's just gonna flop in there. Although in Resident Evil, especially the remake, when you drain the that silo that has the sharks in it, and the large shark is just laying there, and then it jumps at you. It's pretty. Even before it jumps at you, you're walking by this thing, and you're like, I don't know about if he's really dead. So it could work. Cujo versus Predator. Yeah. Jason versus a gremlin. Yeah. That's some good ideas. I like that. I mean, if you're gonna do it, have fun with it. And that's the whole point. Oh my god, the pirate shop just got in a new heart vessel. I should not sing along with the music because my feed is probably a quarter second off, so... What do you have to say, Carmen Sandiego, whatever your name was, Risky Boots, Princess Syrup? Is that what your name was? Captain Syrup, that's what it was. Oh, we could buy the opening movie. Nice. We could buy that. Sure. And we could buy the next map. Cool. And she's happy. And isn't making people happy what it's all about? I mean, isn't it? I guess. I like making people happy. Probably why I've always been into entertainment, be it acting or singing or videos, performing. You know, one, it's fun to do, and two, I just like entertaining people. The guy, it's got everyone at Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Pinhead, Michael Myers, Ash, the guy from Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs' character, Herbert West, that's who it is, and the tall man from Phantasm, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty well done, you know? I like it. So, that's the first world of Wario Land Shake It. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. I think that's enough. This is a really fun game. It's got a great art style. Would love to see it come back in high def, but it's fun to play. It uses motion controls, but it doesn't. But it uses them in the best way possible, I'd say. Startin says, make more anime reviews and your usual parody videos. Yeah. One thing that kind of bothers me is I'm not able to do as many scripted videos as I like. I just haven't had the time. Just because, you know, life. I've been having to do more freelance work. My cost of living has steadily outpaced my salary. So I've had to, which is why I started a Patreon last spring to help offset that cost. But I still have to do a little bit less time on videos and a little bit more time with freelance work and stuff. So I've tried scaling back on the scripted videos, which take a lot longer to do. But I've tried to supplement that with more videos that I can just do and be done with, like the Monster Hunter videos. I just record them and they don't take terribly long to edit. Things like the Mad Lib video or the Q and Andrew type videos or these game streams are something I can just do and be done with in an hour or two or three, rather than spending hours prepping and writing and refining and rehearsing and then filming and then editing it all together. It takes time, and I like doing that. I just don't have as much time right now, which kind of bothers me because there's a lot of things that I would have liked to do that I just never got around to doing because I couldn't really find the time to enough time to devote to it, to doing it in a way that I'd be happy with. And at the very least, all of the videos I've made, I've probably made like 500 videos over the last 7 years. I can't think of a single one that I'm not happy with or I'm not proud of. Every one of my videos, there isn't a video I've done, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, that I regret doing, that I look back on and go, oh, should not have done that one. I mean, there are certainly things I would do different these days in some videos. I mean, I remember, like, for example, the 20 of the dumbest things ever said about video games video. Look, I like the video. I think it's well put together and well... I think I picked really great quotes to make fun of for that video, but the editing is kind of off. Like, I hold too long by a couple frames in a lot of places, and that still kind of irritates me. I do wish I could kind of go back and redo the sound on some of my videos, because the old ones were recorded with a webcam microphone. And I kind of wish, and that was before I figured out how to use Audacity to remove some noise. Like my original Nintendo Why Won't You Let Me Give You My Money. I wish YouTube allowed me to upload a new audio track, because I'd just take the existing audio, clean it up a bit, and re-upload it just to make it a bit more pleasant to listen to. start and says more random videos, like Andrew Eats an Orange. Yeah. Mixtape asks, am I out of sync intentionally? No, that's just a function of the recording delay. It just doesn't sync quite right. So you'll notice that my audio and this webcam video is slightly off. And I apologize for that, but I don't know how to get that to work exactly correctly. I do put a delay on my audio and video to make it match the game audio and video a lot closer. So if you watch me on here, we'll go down, 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 up, 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 and that's fairly close. It's off by about a second and a half, and it does drift over time. So sometimes, like when I do the charity stream, the 24-hour charity stream, I do have to stop the stream and restart just to get it back, because the amount of time difference does drift a little bit. I'm actually missing some videos here. When are we going to get Andrew in 4K? Probably never. There's not really a good reason for me to do 4K. I think HD is just 1080p is enough. I mean, you don't really need to see my pores, do you? I think Andrew in high def is enough. Besides, I don't have the money for a 4K camera. Seekin says, I enjoy your videos. You do what you gotta do. Thank you. Oh, I didn't take it maliciously, Troy. Don't worry about that. No, I'm not. If I could get the sync exactly perfect, I would. And I still fiddle with it occasionally and try and figure out ways to do it. I think it's this particular rig and this particular camera. It's just not outputting my video and audio to my PC at the same rate, or my PC is not decoding the information at exactly the same time. So it's fairly close, but yeah, it is off a little bit. Hang on just a second. Let me get this out of the way and look at something. Oh, that's what you said. Patreon? If I wasn't broke, sign me up. Yeah, I do have a Patreon. And last summer, like July, I believe, my rent went up $100. So that's when I started the Patreon, because that was kind of a tough one. And currently I have 7 or 8 people supporting me on Patreon, which is netting me an extra like $30 a month, which doesn't cover the $100 rent increase, but it does help offset it. And it does, I mean, believe it or not, that extra $30 plus the on average $7 to $12 in YouTube ad revenue that I earn each month, so around $40 of free monies each month. Believe it or not, that's actually really helpful to me. So if you watch my videos, and thank you. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you enjoy my work. I have fun doing it. Jordan wants 100,000 P. I want to see your soul. So yeah, you have to wonder. It's like, are we gonna go to 8K, 16K, 32K? How many Ks do we need? How high def does it need to be? I mean, are we gonna add? It's gonna get to the point where your television literally looks like a window into another world. You have to think it's like, maybe we'll start doing more holodeck level technology before we start just getting resolutions that allow you to see the dust on a mantle in the background of a shot. Yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling, so hey, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And sincerely, thanks for hanging out, and I hope you all have a great time. See you the next time I do a game stream around Molehill Mountain or in my next video.